Hope you guys are having a great and wonderful day today. In today's video, I really want to talk about sexual energy and Moldavite. Now, I've actually made a previous video on sexuality and Moldavite, and back when I was working, and making those videos back then, I was at a different point in my journey where I was basically, using Moldavite to really extract old beliefs and old patterns out of my system and replace them with new ones. But now in this day and age, guys, I am now building up my sexual energy. At least that's what God's told me to do, is that I now need to start building up my sexual energy. And I'm basically doing this through like meditation, through visualization, through purifying my body, my mind, and my soul, and really transcending this energy into something that's used for a purpose, right? God's purpose. And so as I've been going through this journey for the last several months now, I've noticed that as I build up my sexual energy, and this is mostly called, Kundalini energy, Kundalini rising in Hinduism, but I'm not a Hindu, so I'll just call it sexual rising, sexual energy rising. And I notice that as I go through this process, especially being a man, the energy, when you start to first, cultivate it and store it, gets stored inside your head. Because when a woman does this, at least is what I've read and what I've heard, is that since women have menstrual cycles, they kind of release and recycle that energy, versus as men we don't have that. So basically when we first start cultivating and building up sexual energy, it goes straight into our head. And so basically what happened, guys, is that as I was going through this process and building up my sexual energy, it came to a point where my head just felt like it was going to explode. Okay, I felt like I was in a great depression. My body was aching so much. I knew like my body was going through a purification, and just out of nowhere I started praying to God. I'm like, God, I need help. Like, my head is about to explode. I feel like I'm done. And out of nowhere I just heard his voice just tell me to put this piece of Moldavite on top of my head. And as soon as I did that, guys, it's like my crown chakra opened. The energy just kind of expanded into a higher, bubble. It didn't disappear, it just expanded. And then I was able to bring that energy back down into my body, which was really amazing. Because I never felt that energy before in my life. I mean, I felt like I was alive. I felt like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to explain it. It was just like I was one with everything. And I just feel so good inside my body now that I'm working with sexual energy, meditating, cultivating it, and just feeling it within my body and using it for a higher purpose. And so I really wanted to share that with you guys, because I know many of you are still working or will be working also with Moldavite, and this is just my journey that I'm sharing with you, and you guys might be going through this or be getting ready to go through this, this sexual energy rising. After many years of doing, like your cleansing and just releasing many things that no longer resonate with you in your life, I believe this is the next step, is now working with your sexual energy and cultivating it and using it for something good. And so I really wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys are starting to work with your sexual energy, working with just creative energy in general, I recommend that you use Moldavite, especially if it's culminating inside your cranium. You definitely want to use Moldavite to just release some of that energy, so that you don't release it through other areas in your body, your body, mind, and soul. Use a piece of Moldavite. It'll definitely help to relieve some of that that buildup, so to speak. And it's funny because now that I've been doing this, I've also been coming up with new ways to actually meditate and circulate, sexual energy, versus some of the main things that you read online. I think it's like the microcosmic orbit or something like that. Like, I feel like all that information is old now. It's time to look for something new. It's time to do something new. And so I'll probably be sharing with you guys that quick meditation on how I circulate that sexual energy using Moldavite. Obviously I use God first, but once I pray, once I do everything, I basically just sit somewhere and I'm listening to worship music. You guys can listen to any kind of music that kind of just lifts you up and makes you feel this energy. And what I basically do is I just visualize the sexual energy just going in circles, first inside my head and then inside, my whole face, down to my throat, my shoulders, all the way down to the tip of my toes, and then I go back up in a spiral, all the way back up, all the way back up, all the way back up, all the way back up till it's to feel like there's any part of my body that needs more sexual energy, like my heart, I'll just literally control the sexual energy and I'll just feel it like massaging my heart, and it feels so good, guys. It feels so good, but it is a process. So anyone who's going to start, cultivating their sexual energy, building up their sexual energy, it is a process. I know for some it's quicker than others, for some it's slower than others, for some it's just kind of, a steady pace. I know for me it's just kind of like a steady pace, not too much, not too little at the same time, so it's something I can handle. So yeah, it just depends on who you are and where you're at in your spiritual journey, but I want to share this with you guys because it's so important to realize this, that sexual energy is a very, very, very important part of the human race, so to speak. And it's something that you definitely want to check out and work with, and do so at a very high level so that you can accomplish the purpose that God has given you here on earth. And so thank you guys so much for watching. I really wanted to share this with you guys. It was very important. I had to wait a while just because I was getting through the dirty part, so to speak. I was getting through the dirty part of going through the actual, the roughness. And now that I've gotten through it, now I can talk about it. And so, yeah, I'm not saying the journey is over by all means. It's just beginning for like, I feel like there's just so much to learn about sexual energy, more than what you read online. I mean, you just really have to go out there. I ask God, so I go out there and I ask God, I'm like, what is it about this energy that makes it so special? Why is it that, the world, so to speak, is trying to bombard you with so much, so many different images to try to get you to lose that energy? Like, why is it so vital? And so I'm asking these questions, and of course I'm getting answers, and they really resonate with my journey and where I'm at. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I send you guys so much love, and also stay tuned. I have more videos coming up. I actually just got a whole new pair of crystals and stones that I'm going to be pairing up with Moldavite. And today is Friday, so this Sunday, I'm debating on whether I will make a video or not, just because I really want to spend some time pairing this new stone with Moldavite. So guys, the next video that I will be making will be at the end of this month, and so stay tuned for that video. Just stay posted. If you guys are subscribed, you guys will get the video. If you haven't yet subscribed to this video right now, so that you guys get the update on the new pairing that I will be doing with Moldavite. So stay tuned for that, guys. And if you still need a piece of Moldavite, go to my website at www.themoldaviteexperience.weebly.com. And for those of you who don't know, that anytime you order a piece of Moldavite through my website, I basically give you, well, this month I'm going to be giving you 3 different stones as gifts from me, that you can pair with Moldavite, that I will actually be talking about in the videos to come. So check that out, guys. I send you guys so much love. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys at the end of this month. See ya.